fantasy football week 14 rankings video. These are my fantasy football rankings for week 14 at every single position. By the way, you can get the updated rankings, the written form of the rankings on my website, fantasycouch.com, at any time. I do update them throughout the week. And leave a comment below if you disagree with a ranking or you think I should move a guy up or down. I do actually consider what you guys say. Sometimes what you guys say is no good, but actually a lot of the times what you guys say, you prove some good points, and I end up changing my rankings a little bit, making some adjustments throughout the week. I do this every Thursday. For quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson's got to be number one. And then it starts to get a little bit messy. We got Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. I think this is the ultimate versus right here. Which one do we move up? Which one do we move down? And I'm going to have Mahomes at 2. It's a tough matchup against the Patriots, but I think the Patriots will score enough to where Mahomes will have to throw the ball. And then Deshaun Watson, I think the Texans will easily win this game, so Watson won't need to do a lot. But he's just so talented, so incredible. I'm going to put him at number 3. And then it comes down to Rodgers and Wilson. And Rodgers has more upside than Wilson, but he's so inconsistent that I'm going to go with talent again here. And let's put Wilson at 4. Rodgers at 5, going against Washington. Jameis Winston. The Buccaneers always throw the ball, except for like 2 games where it comes as a shock when they don't do it. But the way to attack the Colts is through the air. That's what the Bucs do. So I'm pretty confident in starting Jameis Winston this week, because there's really no ideal situations other than, okay, you got Lamar Jackson. That's an easy choice. Other than that, it's not really that great. I guess Deshaun Watson's an easy start, but yeah, it's not sweet and easy decisions for week 14 when it comes to quarterbacks. I'm giving Rodgers the edge over Winston. Wentz has just such a sweet matchup against the Giants that will put him here, and I'll give him the edge over Kyler Murray because of the hamstring issue. And Dak Prescott has pretty much never really let us down when it comes to fantasy. People make fun of the Cowboys a lot, but Dak Prescott, man, I mean, he's not really an MVP consideration, but he's probably like top 7, maybe even top 5 as far as being the NFL MVP for this year. Let's put him one spot ahead of Kyler just because he's been so reliable, so good, and They have to win this game. They know that the Cowboys and Eagles are fighting for that number 1 spot. And yeah, I would just be shocked if Dak has a terrible game. It is Thursday night and it is a terrible matchup, but he's done it every week. Even when they lost against the Bills and he hasn't played that well, still put up really good fantasy numbers, threw for over 300 yards Thanksgiving. And then I'm going to put Matt Ryan a little bit higher. Let's assume Julio is playing, and I trust Matt Ryan a good amount. Not a great amount, but a good amount. And I think I have him right around, you can rank him as high as Russell Wilson, actually. Maybe as low as Kyler Murray, so somewhere between 5 and 10 is appropriate. Let's go with Darnold against the Dolphins. Just such a great matchup. Darnold has really been inconsistent and up and down, somewhat similar to Aaron Rodgers' consistency, really up and down. So a very poor man's Aaron Rodgers. If we're just looking at the fantasy points, don't say anything about. Don't tell me that I'm saying Aaron Rodgers and Sam Darnold is the same quarterback, or Darnold's almost as good as. I'm not saying that. I'm saying from a fantasy standpoint, Rodgers has put up 10 fantasy points a lot, and Darnold has seen ghosts from time to time. The upside is so great that we have to put him there. Kirk Cousins is more reliable, but it's really going to be up to Thielen. Like, I don't like Cousins that much without Thielen. His upside is so limited. Thielen's one of the best wide receivers in the game. And right now, I'd say Thielen's chances of playing is about a 50-50. Maybe I would lean towards no, actually. So I'd say 51% chance. Let's say 54% chance Thielen doesn't play, if I had to say, this week. And I would assume that the Vikings would err on the side of being cautious, because one more hamstring injury, that could cost the season, or that could cost Thielen not being able to play anytime soon. So I think one more week of rest would be ideal, although I don't know how he's progressing in his injury. We just have to see. It's a bit of a guess game, but I did want to provide my opinion, my insight on that, because Josh Allen has such a tough matchup. I'm going to put Cousins here, and I could rank Cousins as high as maybe Dak. Or, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm ranking him kind of low. So I do like Cousins, but I like him way more with Adam Thielen. The matchup is okay going against the Lions. Drew Brees, don't really like him that much this week. I think Brady's going to have to throw the ball quite a bit. So I'm actually going to rank Brady at 14, and I know people are talking about, they didn't perform well. Brady was yelling at his receivers. He was frustrated. I think they'll get things fixed a little bit. It was about 9 players that traveled differently, separated from the team because of the flu. So just so much going on. And we saw Sanu coming back from injury and other players just coming back from injury. Probably wasn't 100%. Now the Patriots are at home. The Chiefs will probably put up points, and Brady will have to throw the ball. The only real, my main worry is the Chiefs defense has been playing a lot better. Probably a sneaky start as far as DFS goes, but I definitely don't trust the Chiefs defense going against Brady in Foxborough. Let's move Tannehill up a few spots. Right here at 15. Don't really trust Breeze and Goff, so we're doing what we can to downgrade those. Yes, I'm putting Fitzpatrick up a couple spots. Gardner Minshew, tough matchup against the Chargers, although I think he'll do okay. And yeah, everything else is looking pretty close. I think I'm going to rank Jimmy G actually a few spots higher. I do trust him a little bit going against the Saints. Marshawn Lattimore is a beast. Saints run defense is pretty good. I think Jimmy G will find a few cracks. He'll do enough to put up some amount of points against the Saints. And yeah, then we have pretty good. Jacoby Brissett would be amazing if T.Y. Hilton would go, but seeming like a lot of players are injured for the Colts, so I'm just not trusting Jacoby Brissett. Devlin Hodges, will he be QB1 this week against the Cardinals? Maybe, but I'm not banking on it. As far as running backs go, people are legitimately asking me if they should start Dalvin Cook. Some people are saying they're going to bench Dalvin Cook. Now, I don't know if they're going to go through with that, but you just play your studs. If he's active, you got to start him. And people are saying, okay, if the Vikings have a big lead, they're going to take out Dalvin and then put in Madison, which is true. That's what's going to happen. But if the Vikings have a big lead, there's a really, really, really good chance, highly, highly probable that big lead is going to be because of Dalvin Cook scoring. So start him. Like, how do you, I don't even understand how you, like, I'm going to bench him week 14. Vikings really want this win. They really want to make playoffs. They know if they lose, their chances of making playoffs go down. If they win, their chances of making playoffs go way up. They're really trying to win this game. They're going to play tough. They're not underestimating the Lions. Look, the Lions have good players. They've been okay this year. They really just lose a lot of close games. They make little mistakes or just miss on a few plays here and there. But if you just looked at them and how they played, they come close every time. So you really can't underestimate them. I think the Vikings will have a big lead against the Lions. I think they'll do great. I think they'll blow them out the water. But that doesn't really matter, especially when we're talking about Dalvin Cook. Like, no one's starting BC Johnson or anything like that. So we're talking about Dalvin Cook. We're talking about Diggs. You're starting those two guys. It is what it is. You're going to start Dalvin Cook. Don't tell me otherwise. It's not going to happen. You're starting Dalvin. Yeah, I'm assuming he's healthy and he's going to start. And that's what the reports have been saying ever since that game was over last week against the Seahawks. Coach is like, he's going to be okay. He's going to play. Derrick Henry has a hamstring injury, but I don't believe it to be too severe. Let's put him here, and let's put Fournette actually one spot ahead of him. So we got Fournette at 3, Henry at 4, then Kamara, then Barkley. Let's actually move Zeke to the 3 spot. I love Zeke Thursday against the Bears. Couldn't even move him ahead of Dalvin, actually. I'm thinking about doing that. Yeah, this would be a close game. Let's move him ahead of Dalvin. I really do like Zeke Thursday. And the rest is looking pretty decent, I might say. Yeah, I mean, Aaron Jones could easily be the best running back, but he's up and down like all the other Packers players are. Josh Jacobs, these injuries might be, they might be catching up to Jacobs. I just have a bad feeling. Not necessarily, I'm just being caught. Like, I feel like there's a good chance that he might miss this week or he might be limited. I just feel like he's nowhere near 100%. So I could be wrong about that. But I think in terms of percentages and chances, and I think there's a realistic shot that something's up with Jacobs, and been keeping up with this practice participation this week, and this whole Raiders team is trending downwards, and Vegas kind of likes them. I don't know why, but I think they're going to keep trending downwards, at least this week against the Titans. Titans are a good team, good coach team. They got Tannehill, they got Henry, they got a lot of players on that team. They got a good defense. It's not looking well for Josh Jacobs, so let's move him down a spot right there. I do like Melvin Gordon this week. Let's move him up. Miles Sanders, we got to move you way up. This is the game for you against the Giants Monday night. I think he might go off. Let's put Miles Sanders right here at 12. I really could rank him ahead of Chubb, maybe around where Le'Veon Bell is. I really could rank Sanders that high, but I'll put him right here at 12. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. How high should Miles Sanders be ranked? Let's put Freeman a couple spots higher. Chris Carson, how much do we trust you? Not too much. Let's put Montgomery right here at 8. Marlon Mack, full practice. He's good to go. Tough matchup against the Bucks, though. Don't like that too much, so might have to rank him a couple spots lower. Rashad Penny's really eating into Chris Carson's workload. Let's put, I like that. Oh, Mark Ingram's got to go a couple spots higher. Let's put Ingram right here at 16. I do like that. And Devin Singletary's got to go a few spots higher. So right there looks good. Austin Eckler's not getting enough touches for me to like him that much, so let's move him down a few spots. And I think this could be a big game for Jamal Williams, but can't really move him too much higher with Aaron Jones there. And yeah, this is looking pretty good. I do like this quite a bit. I'm gonna move Michelle up a few spots because they are in Foxborough, and you can run against the Chiefs. I do like Michelle this week, especially in non-PPR leagues. And James Conner is not going to play, so Benny Snell, we'll move you way up here. Yeah, I like him right around where, like in between Mac and Melvin Ingram. Where are you? Melvin Gordon, sorry. Yeah, let's put him right around here. And I'm going to move Drake down a few spots. Next position, wide receivers. Michael Thomas. Do you ever bench this guy? No, I really want to see how he does against the Niners. He had his worst game Thanksgiving against the Falcons. Pretty big surprise. He still, like, watching the game, he still looked good, but he just didn't ball out like his usual self. It was a lot of short slants, a lot of short passes. Probably didn't get the volume that he usually gets. No touchdowns. So let's see what's going to happen. DeAndre Hopkins. This is going to be interesting how they defend him. I don't think they'll double him a lot. They'll probably have Chris Harris on him, but that's not good either. So you either got to double him or you got to have Chris Harris shadow him. I think they'll have Chris Harris shadow him and not double him often. And so someone's going to get open. These Texans wide receivers are really good. They have Fuller, they have Stills, and they have Hopkins. Someone's going to get wide open here. And then Carlos Hyde, I think, will sneak in and get a touchdown. I'm going to move Tyreek Hill down. This Patriots secondary is really, really good. I'm moving him down, man. I'm moving him down right here, I think is good. Maybe even, I don't know, it's tough between Tyreek Hill and Cooper Kupp, but Cooper Kupp's been really declining, so I'll put him right here. And then, Julio Jones, because he's banged up. Let's put Tyreek Hill one spot ahead of him because we don't know what's up with Julio yet. Keenan Allen, move him down a few spots. Lockett, I don't know what's up with him. We have to figure out a way to move him down. Let's move DJ Moore up quite a bit. Man, he could be better than Julio with his injury, so he could really be top 7. Oh, that's a tough one. DJ Moore should get a ton of targets. He's been really good. I'm going to put DJ Moore here. I think that's fair. Christian Kirk could have a good bounce back game. Let's move Edelman up a few spots. I really do trust him. They pretty much shut him down, the Texans, and he still balled out. It was a weird game where the Patriots almost won. I really do trust Edelman a lot. So let's put Edelman at 7 right there in full PPR. And then let's put Diggs right here at 10. And yeah, this is looking pretty good right now. I like this. Like it a lot. For tight ends, will Kittle have a bounce back game? He did not do well week 13. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. Yeah, this is looking pretty good right here. I think I might keep it exactly how it is. Let's see if Evan Ingram plays. Still, I like Jack Doyle too much to put Ingram ahead of him. But that's looking pretty good right here. I'm not a big fan of Noah Fant. Let's move him down quite a few spots. Let's put him right here. I think that's very fair. And let's move Jonnu Smith up a few spots right here at 13. Austin Hooper might play this week. We got to move him up. I mean, if he's playing, just because of the injury, we're just going to put him here. But he could really be as high as really anywhere here. But because it's his first game back, I would put him right around where Mark Andrews is if he seems 100% healthy and good to go. Defenses are pretty tough this week to rank. And I'm starting the Packers D in the Instagram Extras League, but I really don't, I'm not that confident in it. I feel like the Packers D is just as good as maybe the Eagles D, which is maybe just as good as the Bears D. It's really tough this week. But I got to go with the Vegas odds saying that the Packers will have a huge lead, will easily get a victory over Washington and Dwayne Haskins. So I'm going with that. And I like the Jets too, somewhat. I don't trust them, but they have such a great matchup. Will the Dolphins turn the ball over? Will they score a ton of points? Probably yes on the turnovers. Probably no on scoring a ton of points. But then we don't really know. And then we have the Vikings, who could be the number 1 defense, but they just haven't been playing that good this year. They gave up a lot of yards on the ground against the Seahawks last week, which kind of shocked me a little bit. And then the secondary hasn't been playing that well. We have tight ends go off on the Vikings. We have all the wide receivers go off on the Vikings. What's that stat with Xavier Rhodes? He's like 100% completion rate when they throw the ball to whoever Xavier Rhodes is guarding. Like, what is going on? I'm a bit surprised, frankly. Well-coached team. They have some good players. Front seven's pretty good. I like them a lot. So, yeah, you can rank them as high as number 1, number 2. I'm going to put them at number 3 right here. Why does this feel like a game between the Browns and the Bengals? The Bengals can actually win. Will probably be somewhat low scoring. Browns will probably win. So, I do like them here. Yeah, Ravens, Bills, that could be low scoring. Eagles D, very good matchup, but how much do we really trust them? Not much. I'm going to actually put the Steelers D right here. A few spots lower. And we can give them a boost if Kyler Murray's hamstring seems worse than it is. It did hinder him last week. Let's see what happens with Kyler's injury. And yeah, total crapshoot after that, really. Like, what's going on here? What do we do? Who do we rank? I don't know. I do trust the Niners D somewhat. And let's move them up a few spots. I don't like the Colts D because everyone's injured on the Colts right now, including T.Y. Hilton. They're getting Marlon Mack back, possibly, probably. We'll see, but I do not trust them. I think the Bucs are a sneaky start with all the injuries the Colts have. Same thing with the Titans. So let's keep moving these guys on up. Chargers not that bad, though. Could be a low-scoring game there against the Jaguars. So, yeah, let's keep doing what we got to do here and move the Titans up. Really don't trust the Patriots, D. I don't trust them. Let's move the Saints down. That's okay right here. I think I trust the Titans. Yeah, I trust the Titans and Niners just a little bit more. Let's go right around here. Yes, this is looking good. And the Texans D, not the best defense, but they're at home. They're going against the Broncos, who probably won't put up a ton of points. Let's leave it right around here. I do like them, though. I would definitely be comfortable starting the Texans D week 14, even though it's the playoffs. And if you lose, you'll be very mad at me, and you'll let me know. My favorite position. It is I, the kicker whisperer, ranking the kickers this week. Who do I like? I like Jacques Elliott. Where are you at, Jacques? Dang, where do they rank this dude? Oh, there he is. So I like Jake Elliott quite a bit. Between these two, I trust Lutz more, but I like Jake Elliott a lot. So let's, yeah, it's pretty much a tie. And when it's a tie like that, we're going with the guy who I trust more and scores more fantasy points. So let's put Zerline here. I'm gonna put Crosby right behind Elliott. I have a pretty much a tie between those guys. And a tie also between Fairbairn, Crosby, and Elliott. I like those three quite a bit. Sometimes the weather's better. Sometimes the matchup's better. And so that's why it's about a tie right here. Might be a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain in this Eagles-Giants game Monday night. Justin Tucker is a beast. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. It's really hard between these top six. I really like these top six kickers. Let me see if anyone else deserves to be in here. Dan Bailey, excellent matchup, but I just don't trust his accuracy that much. We're going to move Gay down just a few spots. Austin Siebert, don't trust you, even though you do have a good matchup. I'd rather go with Robbie Gould. Let's put him here. Chris Boswell, good matchup. Joey Sly, not to be trusted. Zane Gonzalez, don't like him that much. And Adam Vinatieri, I don't know if he's even going to play. I don't think he's going to play. Colts claimed Chase McLaughlin. Can we add you? Is he here? Oh, yeah. There we go. I think he's going to play. I think Chase McLaughlin is going to play for the Colts. I think he's going to start. Not a bad matchup against the Buccaneers. Let's move him up a few spots. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. I don't like Daniel Carlson. I don't like you. Move him down a few spots. Yep. Looking good right here for kickers. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Fantasy Couch. Make sure to subscribe to our second YouTube channel, Fantasy Couch Podcast. We go live after every Thursday night football game on that YouTube channel. Hit this video with a like if you liked it, dislike if you did not. Good luck this week, everyone. Go get that W. Peace.